How's everybody doing? We doing good? I hope so. I always hope so. 'Cause, I don't like it. Try to do the best you can. You know what I mean? The weather today. Really, it's been like this for like 2 days. First, it was freezing balls cold. Then, it was like that for a couple days. And then it warmed up a little bit. And then we got doused with a shitload of snow for like 2 days. And then it started warming up. And it started raining. And then we got freezing rain. And then the next day it started warming up. And now it's for the last 2 days. It's been in the upper 40s, lower 50s, dumping rain. The weather like this, like when it's cloudy and foggy and rainy, it just makes you feel bleh, bleh, bleh. I hate it. But anyway, man, you people asked for this, alright? My opinion on mental health, especially nowadays, right? You hardly ever heard about mental health back in the day. And they're like, oh, well, it's because now it's more accepted, and, people would always tough it out and blah, blah, blah. I don't think that's what it is, right? But before we get into all this, I'm going to start off like this. Yeah, mental health is real. Like, I had a friend commit suicide. I had a kid I grew up with commit suicide, and it was crazy when that happened because me and my cousin were talking about him, and he said, man, I should reach out to that dude. I haven't talked to him in a while. And I was like, yeah. And we grew up with him. Like, his dad still hangs out with my aunt. Like, my cousin who I was talking to, he still hangs out with his mom all the time, right? Like, I see this kid's dad all the time now. I mean, not all the time, because I don't see my aunt as much as often, 3, 4, 5, 6 times a year, whatever, maybe more. But anyway, like 2 days later, we found out that kid committed suicide. It's like, it's horrible. And I know somebody right now that's going through it, like they just don't feel like they want to live anymore. They haven't gotten the details with me, but I've talked to them. I check in on them once in a while, like, hey, you still with us? Like, is everything still okay? And then he says stuff like, you don't got to check in on me. It's not worth it. I'm not worth it. Like, no, it's not true, man. It's not true. Like, you are worth it. Everybody's worth it. I mean, no matter how bad you feel about yourself, you're worth it. Because there's people out there that love you, that care about you. I'm one of them. Like, I don't even know you that well, but I care. Like, I just, but they're getting help. I hope it's working. Last time I talked to them, it didn't seem like it. But, I mean, they're still here, so that's a plus. So something's working. I know people who have anxiety, like real anxiety, and they get like these anxiety attacks. They can't explain it. It just happens, and they're on medication. Like, I know people like this. I've been depressed myself in life, and sometimes I even get anxiety, but I know what it's from, right? Like, I never minded being around a bunch of people in a small place, right? That never bothered me until I started going to jail, right? And nothing crazy ever happened to me in jail. It's just, I don't know, maybe being locked up with fucking 100 people in a small room for, 6, 7, 8 months at a time or whatever. Like, maybe that's what did it. But now, if there's like a bunch of people, just a bunch of people in a small area, I get like, I don't know why. I have no reason to. Even when it's like my own family, like it's just too many people in too small of an area. I don't like it. I can't. No, I can't do it. So I'm not talking about real mental issues. I'm talking about everything nowadays is a mental health issue. It doesn't matter what it is. Like, your kid's an asshole. Oh, he's got mental health problems. He can't handle authority. Well, maybe he doesn't have mental health problems. Maybe he's not disciplined problems, right? Like, people do shit and then they go say, oh, I have a mental health issue. Oh, I have anxiety. Have you ever been diagnosed with it? No. Have you ever talked to anybody about it? No. Do you take medication for it? No. I just know I have it. No. Not everything is a mental health issue. Not everything is a mental illness. Like, it's okay to be worried. It's okay to worry about things because that keeps you on your toes, right? It's okay to be a little bit anxious or to be like hypersensitive to stuff. That's okay. Like, I don't know, especially with like younger people nowadays, like, it's like if they're not flat normal, something's wrong. Like, oh, like, I can't be upset, something's wrong. Oh, I can't be, worried about this, something's wrong. No, that's okay. It keeps you on your toes. It'll keep you alive. Heightening your senses will make you notice shit maybe you wouldn't notice if you were just flat, right? There's too many people nowadays that use mental illness as a crutch. Oh, you can't fire me because I have a mental illness that I've never been diagnosed with. Oh, I need mental health days. I need that. Like, that shit drives me crazy. Like, you say you're depressed, or maybe not depressed, but like you say like, oh, I can't be around people, I can't get a job, but then you go to a concert. Like, I could go to a concert too. It's a big open area, right? A shitload of people, but it's open. That doesn't bother me, Going to football games, stuff like that doesn't bother me because it's a big open area. Now, if you scaled that shit down, that would bother me. And I'm not even really I'm not claustrophobic. It's just lots of people. I don't know. It's hard to explain. But anyway, just people that use that shit to get things out of life or to get out of trouble. Or like, work the system in their favor. And then they just run with it because it works. And nowadays people are they're way too lenient because they don't want to be looked bad at, right? Like, people will accept that shit way quicker now because they don't want to be looked at like an asshole. Well, I never mind being looked at like an asshole because I don't fucking care, right? Like, either you like me or you don't. It's just the way it is. Like, if you have real problem, I'm here, man. You got a real issue. I've been a drug addict. I've been fucking an alcoholic for a short time. Like, I've been in jail. I've gotten myself in trouble. I am not fucking perfect whatsoever. Like, no. Never claimed to be, never will. But I know I see a lot of bullshit out there that just slips through the crack because people don't want to be like, I don't want a microscope put on me. I don't want to be canceled. I don't want, hate mail or fucking people commenting at me or people on social media coming at me, blah, 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 blah. It's because you, too, are fucking weak. Who cares? Who gives a shit what other people think about you? To a point. Like, you want people to think you're a good person, obviously. You want people to think you're a nice guy. But you also don't want people to think you're fucking pushover, because then they'll take advantage of you. So you gotta ride that line, man. People don't like the way you look, but they don't really know you. Fuck them. If people don't like you and they don't really know you, who cares? What are they gonna do for you? Nothing. Nothing at all. Because the world does nothing for you. You have to do for you. That is life, right? Like, I don't know. it's like you're not allowed to be sad. You have an issue. No, it's okay to be sad sometimes. You can't be happy all the fucking time. Like, I just don't understand it. Like, I just see it. Wait, like, okay, if you've ever listened to the life story of, like, Joe Pyfer from the UFC, Sean Strickland, who just lost his belt, like, you ever heard, like, this guy's life story and the abuse, or, like, seen people that have gone through real abuse, like real tragic shit has happened to them, and they make it through, and they're better for it. Yeah, they have issues. Yeah, they say wild shit, but they're better for it, right? Then you see people who've been sheltered, and the tiniest little thing goes wrong, and it's like the end of their fucking world. You know, that's when you end up with, like, this chick that's saying she was traumatized because she was in VR chat and somebody assaulted her avatar. What? Like, that didn't even happen in real life. It happened in make-believe, in VR, and you're traumatized from that? How would you be if that happened to you in real fucking life? Like, talk to somebody who's actually been assaulted in real life. It's a big difference. But then that shit gets on the news, and people they feed into that. That's like people that pretend they're sick on social media because there's nothing special about them. So let me make up some special issue I have, so people watch my videos and tell me how brave I am, or tell me how this I am, or how that I am, and they give me attaboys and pats on the back for something I'm faking. That's our fault. Well, not my fault, because I don't fucking go on social media. But that's other people's fault. You know what I mean? My old lady is constantly on fucking TikTok. She comes to me with shit like, oh, this person, you don't know who that is. They're famous on TikTok. They're famous on, Instagram or whatever. They're an influencer on this. Like, for what? Oh, because every day they're on their channel bitching and complaining about something. Every day. Like, why are you watching? Every day they have drama with somebody else, telling them to come get in my box. Every day. Why? Why? That's all I'm saying is there's real mental health issues out there. And those real mental health issues need to be addressed for those individuals. Everybody does not have mental health issues. Every little problem is not a mental health issue. Every little thing that goes wrong is not a mental health issue. It's fucking life. Like, we've made just a bunch of pussies. Like, they can't deal with shit no more, so they need medication, or they need to call it something so they feel better about themselves, and they can't just say, oh, I just can't handle this shit, I'm a bitch, or something. I don't know. Maybe I'm just being a dick. It's just the way. And there's so many stories like that. Like, I can't think of any right now, but I hear them all the time on the radio. All the time. Because I listen to, like, radio shows, like this local radio show here, Rover's Morning Glory. Listen to it every day. They do, like, news stories about shit like that. It's like that football player who got kicked off the team. It's like Tennessee or Texas. Oh man, I wish I could remember. But like the coach, was it Lane Kiffin? I don't know, like a bigger college coach in a bigger college was telling this guy, like, hey, you're not as good as you think you are. You're going to the second team. Well, then he said, well, I don't want to play. He said, well, you got to come in and talk to me. For like a week or two, he did not answer the coach's text messages or emails to come in and talk to him, right? He said he had mental health problems. He couldn't handle it. He couldn't come in and talk to him, right? And the coach even said, like, what are you talking? It's just a conversation. Like, he's like, I bet if I'd have called you and said, hey, you're going to be starting again, you would have been here. For sure. For sure, he would have been there. Right? And then he's trying to get a bunch of money because the coach fucking something, mental health, something or another. Like, I just feel like a lot of people use it as a crutch. So that when you have people with real mental health issues, sometimes maybe they're not taken as seriously as they should. Maybe that's the whole gist of this whole thing. Because when everybody has the same thing wrong with them, nobody gives a shit about the people that really have that problem. You see what I'm saying? Like when every single person, you know, like when you were growing up, you hardly ever seen or heard of anybody with certain mental health issues, and now they're everywhere, like Tourette's, right? And you can even tell in the, like some of these videos that my old lady has shown me, like you can tell that person's faking because I know somebody with Tourette's. My grandma used to babysit them, and it wasn't like that at all. And I know there's different spectrums of it, but it's like, some of this shit you could tell is way over the top, like they're acting it and they're not really good at it because they want that, oh my god, that's crazy, oh my god, like I'm gonna watch all your videos and you know, you're gonna get this and that or whatever. Like, you're going too slow, bro. But I don't know, like I said, maybe I'm just being a dick, but I just feel like there's too many people out there using mental health and mental illness as a crutch for themselves. So when there is somebody with the real problem, maybe they're not taken as seriously as they should. That's what I'm saying, man. It's like sometimes we take this problem here and make a mountain out of a molehill. And when there's a real mountain, you're like, oh, just drive over it, it's a little hill. But it's not a little hill. It's a giant mountain. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. Let me know. Maybe I'm just being a dick. I don't know. But I'm almost home, so. And then I gotta turn around in an hour and go right back to work in this bullshit. So, I don't know. Let me know what you think. Yeah. I hope everybody else is doing good. I hope you're not having mental health issues. I hope you're happy. Even if you're not happy, you can get happy. I've been fucking depressed. I have friends who've been fucking depressed. And I got through it. And a lot of times, it's what you're there's a difference between being like clinically depressed, no matter what you do, you're depressed. And you need that medication to kind of balance you out. And being depressed, like situationally depressed. Like going through a depression for a little bit. Like especially when everything seems to be against you and nothing seems to be going right. But I'm telling you, you go, I gotta go, that's my place. Actually, I guess I could just, will that make it stop ringing? It did. I have to call him right back. Because I want to finish this thought, but I don't want him to know